Well guys, it's been a while. I actually haven't showed you guys any of what's been going on with this thing. This thing is so close to running. We're gonna have a K-swap Civic very soon, so I'm just gonna give you a quick little update. First off, we have the whole fuel system. I got this sponsored from K Motor Performance. Go check them out. I'll leave everything in the links below. We have the engine in, we have the Hasbro mounts. The fuel system is completely done. We have the gauge, the fuel pressure regulator. We also have, as you can see, we have the slave, we have the clutch, we have everything hooked up. So mechanically this thing is getting so ready to be done. But if you look back here, we're actually missing the header, which is one of the pieces we got today. The header's actually here. I got this from 1320 and it's a two-piece header. I'm gonna take it apart and see if I can put it together. Hopefully this one fits. This is my second one from 1320. The last one didn't fit, but this one looks a little bit simpler. And it comes with, like usual, it comes with decals, it comes with a gasket. So we're gonna put this bad boy on and this thing should be a tiny bit closer to running. No, we are not running turbo as of now because the goal is we're gonna take this across the country. My goal is to take this from Florida all the way to the Grand Canyon. So if you don't know how far that is, it's pretty freaking far. But we're gonna take all this stuff off and start seeing if we can put it in there. I've been told we might have to lift the car and put it through the bottom. Apparently that's easier. We'll see. I don't know, because that looks like there's a lot of room, but we're gonna finagle with it and see how it fits. It took a little finagling, but we got the exhaust put together. Keep in mind, if you guys get an exhaust for a K-swap Civic, you do need to lift it up with a jack like so, because there's no way you're gonna put it down, it's gonna hit the ground. Otherwise you have to put it from the top. We're gonna try to put it from the top. If that doesn't work, we're gonna put it from the bottom. But we did confirm this does fit, it does clear, it doesn't hit anything. It was a little hard to put the bottom portion to it, but it's on now. And this kit also comes with a clamp, so if you ever want to take it to an exhaust shop and get a custom made exhaust, you can. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Comes with two cool stickers for, you know, horsepower. And it came with a gasket. This is my old one, the new one's already on. So we're gonna grab this, fit it in and see if it works. And just like that, she's in. By the way, guys, you're gonna have to, ow, that hit my eye. She threw some nuts at me, ow. But yeah, you're gonna have to lift your car very high up and you're gonna have to put it from the bottom, otherwise it's not going to fit. As you can see, this thing fits really nicely. We're probably gonna have to take a couple brackets like this one off, and that's about it, man. It doesn't touch anything. It's good. I like it. Perfect fitment. So good job, 1320. This thing fits perfectly. Day number 2 working in the Civic. We're going to be installing these hybrid racing ground kit wires. But before we do that, a couple of the wires actually go in the valve cover. I got a replacement valve cover that we're going to be using. We're replacing the valve cover gasket and we're going to put silicone and everything around it. This is a brand new one. I painted it myself. And yeah, long story short, we're just going to remove the valve cover, which should be pretty easy. It seems like a whole bunch of 10s. And then we're gonna put a new gasket, new sealant, have it all sealed properly, and that's good to go. So let's just get the gun and get started in removing these 10 mils. There's one. Plus, I kind of want to see what the engine looks like underneath the valve cover, so hopefully it looks good. I'm hoping it doesn't look bad. Yeah, so we're just gonna take it off and start removing. She's off, and I think we're good, boys. This looks really, really good. There's there's really nothing wrong. Everything looks pretty nice. Yeah, this looks like a low mileage engine. There's no sludge. There's nothing really concerning. This thing is clean, like really, really clean. So far, I'm actually stoked. This thing's a really clean engine so far. So far. Just like that, the new valve cover gasket is on. Always go with OEM. We have the valve cover on. I kind of pinched this one a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't leak, whatever. This is temporary anyways. I'm going to powder coat the other valve cover the color I really want. So all of this is temporary just to get the car running and moving and whatnot. So yeah, we're just going to put it in, see how it fits, and then start putting the grounds. Just a little quick heads up, if any of you guys are doing a K-swap, especially the JDM K-swap, this is a K24A2, a JDM one, you do have to replace every accessory, including the water pump housing, the intake, the header. It's a lot. Pretty much every alternator, power steering pump, throttle body. This whole box is filled with things we've taken off this thing. This intake still has to come off. This is a stock one. We're removing this one with an RBC. We're waiting for that to come in. Once that comes in, then we'll finish that as well. But right now we have to pretty much take this all apart, unfortunately. Oh, and the starter has to come off too. So yeah, long story short, don't do one of these. I regret getting an A22 or a K24A2 because you have to replace everything, or a JDM one. But whatever, we're deep into this thing, so we might as well do it right. What we're doing right now is actually putting a brand new water pump and housing. This is from a RSX Type S, brand new water pump, used housing. So this thing's gonna go in. What we're gonna do now is technically just clean all this old silicone, put some new silicone, put it back together, and yeah, man, that'll be done. And we have to start routing all the coolant. We're gonna delete this as well. This has to be deleted. It's a lot that has to be deleted. It's unfortunate, but we're gonna get to work and start getting rid of things. Check this mess out. We got rid of the header because we're gonna get an RBC. The one we have doesn't work. We have a whole box of things that don't work, but we're getting a little bit closer and closer. We have the aftermarket thermostat housing here. This will give me the perfect angle to reach the radiator. We also have the K-tuned AC power steering delete, but alternator doesn't work. We need a K2821 from an RSX Type S. Yeah, so she's getting done, but we are missing a few parts right now. It's just a waiting game to start getting a little bit more. But so far, man, I love how this thing is coming along. We have the battery back in place. We have the fuel rail. We have all this set up. So she's getting done, man. She's starting to look really, really good. And we are back with the Civic. Today, we're actually going to be installing this bad boy, Type R spoiler. Just a quick little update. This is what the K-swap is looking like right now. We pretty much have everything. All we're missing is an RBC manifold, the wiring harness, the ECU, and the radiator. And this thing should be ready to fire up. Even had the K motors. Go check them out. These guys are awesome. They're sponsoring the build. K motor oil catch can, K motor oil cap, K motor fuel rail. Pretty much this whole thing is K motor. So they're hooking it up there. We're writing all the followers on my car, so I've been very busy with this car. This car is almost done, and we're gonna install this Type R wing. I've never installed one, but we're gonna learn today and see how it looks. We're gonna get rid of the stock one and then put this beauty on there. Man, this thing's gonna look sick. And just like that, it is dark. You guys probably can't see this, but the spoiler is on. This thing looks sick, and this thing's just a little bit closer to being done. I hope you guys enjoy this build. Like I said, again, this thing is moving really, really fast, but it's so close to being done. And we got a new project car. I'll show you guys that next video. But this thing, it's getting so close. All the names are getting on there. If you guys enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, because this thing is going to be wild.